Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Greg. I'm on a language learning journey. I'm going to share that with you. And today I want to talk about my recent trip to Portugal. I haven't posted a video in a while because we spent the last 11 days in Portugal, me and my family. It was an amazing trip. It's an amazing place. I just want to share some of the experiences that we had in Portugal this past week. So the first thing that came to mind is the fact that not only are people so friendly there, we had several occasions where people would stop us, or well, we were stopped looking around, and it was obvious that we were looking for something, we were lost, and we had people walk up to us and say, "Hey, can I help you?" It was amazing. We had this happen several times, and again, everybody we encountered, so nice. The other thing was everybody spoke English, and they spoke it well. We've seen this in other countries before, but I don't know, I just wasn't expecting that to be the case with everybody. We went to a small town outside of Lisbon, and we thought that's where we'd probably encounter most people just speaking Portuguese, and it wasn't the case. Everybody spoke English. Everybody spoke very well. So my big regret was that I wasn't able to speak Portuguese. I didn't learn enough of it. I could say hi, goodbye, and thank you, and a few things, but I wasn't able to ask questions or really have any kind of conversation. So I regret that. Most of the time when I go to another country, I want to be able to speak the language because it just means so much, but I did not get the chance to do that this time. So, but anyway, again, the things that stood out were the fact that people spoke English so well and they were so friendly. The country is beautiful, and another thing that I noticed, and this was really interesting, is that people spoke English that amongst each other in smaller groups and in families, where you could tell that English wasn't their native language. And this is something that I found so interesting, and I heard this so many times that it really stood out. It made an impact. We'd be at the park and we'd be watching a family play, and the husband and wife would be speaking in another language, and then they would speak English to their kids, and their kids would speak English back to them, but then they would speak to their kids in their native language. And it was such a, like I said, it made such an impact. It's just interesting that English is integrated in their lives. It's not just something that these people just learn just to get by. They really do integrate it into their lives, and I think that was so amazing. Again, something you just don't see here in the U.S. very often. The other thing I noticed that I liked, and I've talked about this in other videos, is the fact that people from other countries, they'll be, for instance, we sat next to two girls that were from Germany. They were speaking German to each other, and then the waitress comes over. Obviously, she's Portuguese, but they speak English to each other. And this is just something that a lot of Europeans, again, their level of English is really, really good. And that's how they communicate in other languages or in other countries where they don't speak their native language. And as a native English speaker, this is such a strange concept. It would be like me going to another country where they speak, a different language, and me communicating in Italian with the waiter. So again, it's just something we take for granted as native English speakers, that people just speak English. So it was fun. I love sitting down at a place or walking somewhere and hearing 3 different conversations in different languages. I absolutely love that. Something, again, we don't experience here in the U.S. At one point, there was a French couple in front of us, and we could hear 2 people behind us speaking in German. And it's just, I love it. I love hearing that. I also loved hearing all the English from native English speakers with English accents. So there were a lot of people from England visiting there. We heard the English accent a lot, and again, it's fun, it's interesting. But again, I thought it was most interesting hearing groups of people speaking English with an accent where you could tell that English was not their native language. And I just thought, again, it's just interesting that that these people integrate English into their lives so well. So side note, something interesting that that I've never mentioned in the other videos that I noticed again when I'm there, and this has been the case in every European country that we've been to. When you go to the grocery store and you're buying, some drinks, and there's a carton of sodas, like a 6-pack of sodas, or a plastic like cellophane bag full of waters. What's common over there is if you want one, you just tear open the cellophane and pull out one bottle of water. This doesn't just happen occasionally when somebody's not following the rules. That's just what they do. So it's just interesting. You walk down the drinks aisle, and most of the drinks are ripped open, and there's drinks pulled out of there. So if you just want 1 or 2 or 3, that's what you take. That doesn't happen in the US. You either buy the pack by itself, or you go to a different aisle where they sell individual waters or sodas or something. So again, a little thing, but it's interesting. I like that kind of stuff. I like just the little differences that you notice in other countries. So again, highly recommend Portugal. It's a beautiful country. The landscape was beautiful. The people were amazing. They were so friendly. If you get a chance to go to Portugal, I highly recommend it. All right, that's it for this video. Please subscribe if you haven't, and share in the comments any experiences you've had in Portugal. I'd love to read about it, and I'll see you next time.